Now opening. Now opening.
How are you? Welcome to Dublin on this festive days. Baile Átha Cliath. I'm outside the Guinness Hop Store. Thank you to all the subscriptions, likes, buy me a coffee. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Dars. So I'm going into town. If I can get through the crowds. And I'm going to have a chat with a few tourists, see what they think about safety, what they think about the homeless here. Do they even see it? Maybe what their expectations versus reality is. So that's the plan. Now, Leo Varadkar has removed all the tents from Mount Street refugee camp. He says it's because of scabies, TB, disease, infections down among the refugees. But we all know it's to save face. Come on, lads, come on. It's to save face. Today, you can't get a bed in Dublin at the homelessness society. You can't get a it costs you €800 to sleep on someone's balcony. That's what I heard last. So we know that it's to save face. We know that Leo doesn't want us looking shabby around the world. And I don't think that's fair. I think we should show the reality. And if the reality doesn't suit Leo, then Leo should sort out the reality, change it. Let it be the place that we want it to be. Do you feel safe here?
Most of the time, yeah. I've been followed back on my bike one night.
Right.
A guy cycling behind me, but most of the time I feel pretty safe.
You feel safe in Dublin?
Yeah.
Do you move in a team or do you move like...
I'm usually with friends. When I got followed on the bike, I was by myself.
It sounds pretty frightening.
Yeah, it
What
was.
happened?
I was cycling down south to Dartry, and this guy was following me from through Rathmines. He just was close behind me, and then when I turned into Halls, he turned straight off.
What do you think of the homeless situation here?
It feels worse than London, do you think? Because it's there's as soon as you get onto the north side, there are just a lot of homeless people, and also here as well, right in the centre.
Right.
Whereas I think in London, it feels like they're more in pockets. There'll be you'll see tents by a road, but here and all through the daytime as well, there are homeless people wandering up and down, and they often seem to have drug problems as well.
So do you feel it's worse here or per capita?
I mean, it feels worse here because you see more of it.
See more of it here?
I see more of it here
than in England?
Than in London.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if that might... I mean, London's much, much bigger, and probably as you get into the outskirts, it's worse. But here, right in the centre, it's really obvious to see.
What do you think of the refugee situation?
Which one?
You don't know about it?
No.
So I feel in general Irish people are so heartwarming, and especially people from the countryside and all, and I was so baffled to see that. I have seen most of Ireland through buses and all those things.
You were baffled at the friendliness of the Irish
Yes,
people?
yes.
And the acceptance?
Yes.
Achha.
And so maybe that might be the reason, because Irish people are very friendly, they accept everyone. So then some bad elements, they get the wrong advantage of that. That's what I would say. So then that will create a problem for everyone.
Is creating a problem.
Yeah, so because then they will also feel because they don't know from the face who has done the struggle and who haven't done the struggle, right?
So from what I'm understanding is you think that the people who are anti-refugees are going to throw you in the same basket and kind of think that you're illegal,
Yes.
and that isn't fair. That's frustrating.
I am afraid of that thing. Like,
How's your experience of it been so far?
It was a great experience so far. We enjoyed Dublin very much.
Yeah, you've been before?
We have been here last year, and as we were here last year, we decided to come back because it was so great.
Do you feel safe at night?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
I think there's a lot of police, the girls running around. I feel this.
Have you seen much homelessness while you were here? Have you seen much?
Yeah, you see some.
You have seen some homelessness. Have you seen tents?
What means intense? By what kind of measure? Where we are from, we have a lot of homelessness as well.
In Germany?
From Berlin.
Of course,
Berlin,
of course,
Germany,
of course.
So there are a lot of.
How does it compare?
There are more in Germany, I think. I felt safe. Never walked alone. Always in a group. And at least where I was, where we were as a group, it didn't seem sketchy. So
Sketchy.
so far I was okay.
What do you think of the homeless situation here, or are you aware of it?
Honestly, it's bad and we see it, but I don't think it's as bad as I see at home.
What would you say? There's a lot of people saying, and lovely Americans, saying they'd be scared now, looking at videos on YouTube, they're scared to come here because they hear it's dangerous, they hear it's...
I felt very safe. We go out like pretty late at night, and I have not felt unsafe walking around.
I've gone home.
Yeah, especially as like
by myself,
young girls.
My phone
Yeah,
instead. I feel completely. Maybe that's stupid, but
Like,
I feel
pretty safe.
And also,
I agree.
I've heard online that Dublin's the safest city for like women travelers.
Where did you hear that?
Online, TikTok.
TikTok.
All right.
I agree though.
I have not felt unsafe.
It's the safest city for solo women travelers.
I felt like multiple times.
Really?
I felt
And
like
I-
very safe in the UK.
I feel very safe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. That
Yeah.
आपका नाम क्या है? Brano, Colin May. आप कहाँ से हैं?
What? I'm from India, Delhi. Savings? I don't think so. We are having any savings. It's just hand to mouth with all the expenses around in Dublin.
बहुत महंगा है.
बहुत महंगा है, बहुत 3 गुना लगान जा रहे हैं हम.
There is no war in Pakistan.
Yeah.
We know that, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's Kashmir, but I mean, there is no war in Pakistan. Pakistanis coming in.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the refugees?
Well, it is a situation to be honest, but like I'm at the stage like it's not a blame game for me, as in like I'm blaming someone specifically just because of you it's happening. The government or like the government, because we also believe in the government will take care of us. The government should come up with some solution so that everything would be settled down. And Ireland, as it is a happy place, it should be a happy place.
Do you feel safe in Dublin?
Safety in Dublin, well, that's a spectacle question. Sometimes it's safety, but most of the time we are into a sense of some riots could happen or something like that.
Now open
A
you.
lot of tourists are
Yes.
scared to come here at the moment. What would you say to that?
Go again, have fun.
You don't think it's dangerous here?
No.
So is Dublin safe? Well, overwhelmingly people said yes, they did think it was safe, they would return. Admittedly, there's a huge Garda presence at the moment. There's a lot of guards, which is our local police, which aren't normally there, but people said they'd return. My own personal view, I think Dublin's quite safe. I've been to many cities around the world. I think Dublin is just as safe. There's dodgy areas, bit of cop on and you'll know where to go, where not to go. Same as any other country in the world, once it gets dark, things get a little bit shadier. So I would suggest that you travel with someone else if you're a foreigner. My biggest point to make with you is don't get too drunk. Just personal opinion. I don't drink, but I would suggest to you don't get too drunk, especially if you're on your own, end up wandering down a dodgy old lane. It's not going to go well for you, guaranteed. So I still hope you will visit this beautiful country. It's absolutely fantastic. It is the most beautiful country with the most warm-hearted, helpful, genuine, loving people. I do hope that the majority of the videos on YouTube at the moment don't put you off coming to Ireland, because Ireland is spectacular. This is the most beautiful countryside. You'll just love it, I think. Personal opinion, you do you, I'll do me. Hope you subscribe.